welcome back to our page. So we're cooking in the kitchen tonight. It's Pantry Challenge Day 4, and we're doing a breaded chicken parmesan. Now, if you've been following me for any length of time, you know that the Pantry Challenge is where you take everything or anything that's in your fridge, your freezer, or your pantry, and you cook everything so as not to spend any money, or as less money as possible. So we're doing a breaded chicken, and I'm doing a pasta tonight. Now I'll just make this, I'll say this up front. I have a lot of pasta in my pantry because I coupon quite heavily. So that's what we have, but tonight we're putting together a couple boxes of different pasta, and it's going to be okay. One of the things that happened today was, today is the first day of Super Doubles at Harris Teeter. And I'd originally planned not to shop any except for just bread and milk, those types of basic needs. But we are supposed to be getting some weather coming in. And I had a nutritionist appointment this afternoon. The kids had to be at Taekwondo. And then I had to be at the trainers by 5:30. So I didn't have any time to take any of the meat out. So what happened was, I ended up going to Harris Teeter, getting some items, milk and all that other stuff. And I also had to pick up meat for tonight. So the pasta and the sauce came out of the pantry, but I had to pick up meat because we're just getting home and it's 7:45 and I didn't have time to thaw any meat. But this Purdue encrusted onion and herb breaded chicken breast was on sale at Harris Teeter. It was $9.99, but it was buy one get one free, so $5. And I had a $2 off coupon that doubled. No, I had a $1 off coupon that doubled to $2. So I got this pack, which is 4 of the chicken breasts for $3. So this is what they look like. It's 4 large chicken breasts. They're already fully cooked, and they've pretty much been thawing in my car since I had to go to the trainers. But now what I'm going to do is just cook them through to really thaw them more, and then I'm going to put the sauce over this. So I did have to make a small purchase today, and it just couldn't be helped because I had 2 or 3 stops to make. We had a teacher's meeting after school, so I didn't even get a chance to come in the house. It was just grab everybody, get your stuff, and let's go to the appointment. I didn't even have a chance to change my clothes. I had to run in the gym and try to change. So also, if you've been following me, I'm doing the Weight Watchers Smart Points, and 1 chicken is 7 Smart Points. So I've already had, I have a success story. So I started off at 33 Smart Points. I weighed in this morning, and I've lost weight, so they actually bumped me down to 32 points. So I started with 32 points this morning, and I still have 17 points left to eat today, and I've eaten food today. So I'm going to have a piece of chicken. I'm going to have 3/4 cup of the pasta, and that's going to be 12 points. And then I'll have to figure out where to get the last remaining points. And I think I'm going to just do a little bit of sauteed green beans because I think we have green beans in the pantry. So we're using corkscrew. I have about 1/4 of a box of the corkscrews left from the other night. We have about 1/4 of a box left of the bow ties from some nights ago. And then I have about 1/4 of the box left of some elbows. So it's an all-in night of pasta because this is just what I had on hand and it was already open. And I'm trying not to open any more boxes and use up what we have. So into the pan they went. We just have some salt, some black pepper, some garlic powder, and a little bit of onion powder. And that's just going to boil. I'm going to go back into my pantry and see if I can grab out some green beans. So let's see. I've got 1 can of green beans. Let's see what that is. That's corn. We're not looking for corn. Looks like it may just be 1 can of green beans tonight because I cannot bring myself to mix. I can't make myself mix cut green beans and French style green beans, but I'm going to check in the freezer because I may have some veggies up here that I can use. Let's see. Pearl onions, pepper medley, pepper stir fry. Let's see what that is. Oh, there's some sausage. That'll be good. I didn't know that was up here. Yeah, I'll just do the. Okay. I'm just gonna do the one thing of green beans, and I'm just gonna saute those in a small fry pan with a little bit of onion. Just a little bit of onion powder, garlic powder, and probably just a couple sprays of the cooking spray, because I only have the one can, so I'm not gonna mix the green beans. I have a can of French style green beans, but again, I cannot, in good faith, mix the French and the cut. I know, and I just mixed 3 different pastas, but that's not bothering me as much as mixing my green beans. So y'all pray for me, because I don't even know what my blockage is, but I just can't bring myself to do it. So anyway, this was already fully cooked. This is the onion and herb breaded chicken, already fully cooked. So all I did was sprayed my pan with a little bit of cooking spray, and then I put my chicken pieces in here. I've got 4 chicken breasts. And now I'm going to add in, this is some tomato basil garlic pasta sauce. I have a ton of pasta and pasta sauces. And I'm going to pull that off so it does not splatter on my stove. But my pan is nice and hot, which is good. And so what's going to happen is, while this warms through, the pasta is going to keep cooking. The kids may want to put some cheese on this. They may want to put a little bit of cheese on this. And actually, I'm able to have just a little cheese, but I do the Baby Bell light cheese round, and that only cost me 1 Weight Watcher point. And so I am able to use that, and it makes my dish a little bit creamy. And that's only if I have extra points to use. So I do have, let me see, 12 points. I got 15. I have 17 points. So I have 5 extra. The Baby Bell cheese will be 1. I can do a rice cake for dessert, which would be 2. And then I still have 2 points left. So I'm not real sure what else I would eat tonight to make up those points. And y'all, let me just say, I don't know if anybody has decided to start working out in January, but working out is not a game. It's really not. So I work out in a ladies group over at the gym. Our trainer's name is Stephanie. There were 5 of us working out tonight, and I'm telling you, we did legs and we did chest. Okay, it's not a game. Weighted, all weighted. We did step-ups on the weight bench. And I mean, it's more than just a step. It's up, and you have to do 3 sets. Y'all, it's just really serious business working out. And I'm just like, Lord, help me. But what I'm finding is, on the other side of 40, it's a little bit harder to lose weight than it was before I turned 40. So again, practicing a little bit of self-care. My nutritionist was very pleased with the weight loss today. We did a lot of talking about how I'm planning to maintain what I'm doing so far. And it was just a really, really good visit. Jackson, will you help Mommy clean up a little bit, please? So I'm going to get my kitchen helper to come and take away my trash. The other thing that I would suggest that you do with these chicken cutlets, if you like mustard, is the other night I put a mustard sauce on some pork chops, and all it was a 1/3 cup of fat-free reduced chicken broth, which I didn't use that, but I used 1½ tablespoons of Dijon mustard. I used spicy brown, and then a 1/3 cup of fat-free 50/50, and then I added in a tablespoon of honey. If you want it to brown up your chicken breast and then actually just drizzle over that mustard sauce, and put that in the oven for probably about 20 minutes. That would make a really good sauce, and you could probably put that over rice. You could actually put it over mashed potatoes, which we do have mashed potatoes, but we already have one starch, so I'm just going to stick with the pasta. But you could actually, and even if you didn't want the red sauce, you could do the honey mustard sauce over the pasta. Or you could do just the pasta like it is, toss in a little bit of garlic, extra virgin olive oil, and a little bit of pesto. And you could just do your chicken cutlets in the oven about 20 minutes. Turn them after about 10. There's my trash bag. Thank you. And then you'd have a really, really good meal. So there's multiple ways to do pasta and chicken. It doesn't just have to be with red sauce. We just happen to have red sauce. I really wish I had white sauce, because I would probably mix the white and the red. Oh, the sauce is going to give me a point, so I have to remember that. I'm taking 1 point for the sauce. So if I had a white and a red, I could actually make a blush sauce, which makes it a little bit pink. So my noodles are getting done. I'm really just worried about my corkscrews getting done, and they feel about done to me, because the bow ties don't take as long. The corkscrews are a little bit thicker. And again, I have 3 different noodles in here, so I'm just pressing them to see which are done. And I did wash my hands previous. I'm going to open up my green beans so I can put a quick saute on those. And had I been thinking about it ahead of time, I probably should have sauteed an onion. That would have helped as well to stretch out with the green beans. But we just got home and it's late, and I'm actually having my women's meeting tonight instead of on Tuesday night, which is helpful because normally we get home on Tuesday night about 8 o'clock, and then I go right into my ladies meeting at 9. So because we got home a little bit earlier, it's going to help me be able to cook a good meal for the kids before I actually have my ladies meeting. So I'm just going to drain out this pasta and dump it right in. And again, the kids can have cheese if they want, just regular shredded cheese, because we still have some of that. I'm trying to get rid of some of the things that we will not be adding back into our diet, just because I am doing Weight Watchers points. So I'm just pulling out the pasta this way. Jackson, pour that in the sink, just like this. Don't let the green beans fall out. So while Jackson is draining off my green beans, I'm going to move this pan, bring up my fry pan, so that I can saute those green beans real fast. And I am only going to spray that just with a little bit of spray. Pull out some of the garlic salt, onion powder, a little bit of pepper, and some Italian seasoning. And I think that's how I'm going to do those green beans. And it's probably going to take about 3 to 4 minutes just to get a nice saute on those. And we're going to be eating. Thank you, lovely. Thank you. Oh, here. I knew I saw. Here, I see a bean. And there we go. All right. Now I could probably strain this or drain it, but this works just as well for me. I'm going to get all the pasta out. Try not to get any of the water in there if you're doing it this way. And I'm using a slotted spoon just to drain that out. And I do want to get all of the pasta out. I'm going to move it around in just a minute to get the pasta coated. Now, if you like butter on yours, you can do it that way. Again, you can add in pesto. If you like that, you can do some extra virgin olive oil on top, if that's your preference. I'm going to move this off. the last of the pasta there. Alright, so just a little bit of garlic powder, a little bit of onion powder, a little bit of pepper, cracked, and a little bit of the Italian medley cracked. Okay, all my seasonings back in the spice basket. Best invention ever in life. Toss, toss, toss. And just let that work a little bit more. I'm going to grab a rag. Just wipe around my stove. Just a little bit. This stove was already here when I bought the house, but I will tell you this flat top is not my fave. Not my fave. Okay, I'm done with that one too, Bubba. Thank you. Alright, so this is what our chicken and pasta is starting to look like. I'm going to actually just move that chicken around a little bit just to get that pasta underneath there. And some people might say, well, you seem to be eating some of the same meals. Aren't you all tired of it? I think when you put a little variation on your meals, it's really not bad. The kids like pasta. I like a red sauce. We all like green beans. And then we're trying to recycle the items that we have in our pantry so that we can get some new items in. I do think that it's a little bit drier than I would like. So I'm just going to add in a little bit more sauce. Just a little bit more sauce. This goes in the fridge, thank you. Okay. And then get your kids involved with the cooking if you can. You know, my kids love to be in the kitchen with me. It's kind of our activity. It's what we do. This didn't take us very long. And it's going to be very good. So again, I'm only going to have one chicken cutlet because that's 7 Weight Watchers points. I am going to put 1 Baby Bell cheese on top. And I'm going to do some green beans. There are no points in green beans. And that's what that looks like. I'm going to plate. Just plate a little bit of this. And also, if you're on Weight Watchers, or this is what I'm doing, definitely not something that anybody else has to do. I've decided to reduce the size of the plate that I normally would serve my meal in. So normally I would just use a regular size plate. This is not an oversized plate. This is just what normal people use. But I'm going to not use that anymore. And I'm just going to use this little serving plate right here. And then whatever I can fit on here is what I'm going to eat. So I'm going to serve Mommy. So let's see. I'm going to scrape all of the pasta off. Just so I'm accurately counting the points. And I'm going to measure out my pasta, which is 3/4 cup. So that's 1/4, 2/4. Would you get me a little baby cheese, baby? And that will be 3/4 cup. Just for me. And a few of the green beans. And that's pantry day 4. That's our meal. Pantry day 4. So thank you so much for stopping by. If you like what you see, give us a thumbs up. And we'll see you next time.